From talks about the upcoming fight between Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko, to the importance of matchmaking and how Haney's promoter is putting in crazy work. This is why fighters are scared of Devin Haney. Everyone and their mom knows about the upcoming fight between the best in the lightweight division, Vasily Lomachenko, and the so-called best in boxing currently, Devin Haney, which by all accounts is a very warranted thought process of those who follow the sport. A fight between two skilled monsters trampling into the ring to claim the spot as the best. On May 20th, the cards all seem to be pointing to Haney, from predictions from pros to the sheer utilization of common sense. Haney, in comparison to Lomachenko, is a big boy. He sports 4 extra inches on Lomachenko, which is unusual for a skilled boxer. Might as well be the space between Earth and Pluto. But everyone who watches boxing has to know that Haney isn't truly feared because of his height. Nope. It's his utilization of basic boxing techniques to near perfection that makes people pay attention. Even though Lomachenko may be one of the fastest on his feet and a beast at combinations, that won't mean much to the skills that Devin Haney has, at least from the perspective of the world of boxing pros. But even if that wasn't the case, with all the fighters Haney has beaten and his charismatic personality, this is certainly the reason for him to garner the crown as the face of boxing. But even if this wasn't on the line per se, we still have to explore the stats of this fighter and why he's so dangerous. Well, for one, Devin Haney, as said, has the fundamentals of boxing down to a T, and boxing speed is one of the most important aspects, as well as timing and the utilization of one's body weight. The learning of how to twist one's hips to gain extra inches in a fight or how to use a jab is extremely important. Haney is able to quickly advance on his opponent and get out should he need to.
That shot right there, set up this shot right here. Boom! Right.
But what about Lomachenko? We know that Lomachenko's footwork has been unmatched so far, especially when someone is backed up in a corner or rushes him. With a few uppercuts and a quick spiral around the opponent, they always go down.
Every time.
Oh, beautiful. That uppercut breaking through that bond for Lomachenko, and he'll throw 4 punches just to get you to...
Though we can't forget the fact that Devin Haney is still no slouch. Haney, as of today, is easily able to box an opponent from the inside and the outside for the uninitiated. What that means is that Haney is capable of shooting jabs and straights.
On the post, when 10 seconds.
While remaining agile and making coming in towards him a pain. Like stepping on a Lego in the middle of the night on your way for a glass of water. Usually a boxer is good at one or the other. We've only had a handful of legends that were easily able to function on either. And Loma is best close in, this may be an issue. Like I said, boxers are typically good at one or the other. Either you're an in boxer or you're an out boxer. This is a big deal and a big shakeup for many fighters in the game. But hey, that doesn't mean much, does it? Well, hey, it definitely does. If you look at Haney's record of 29 bouts and 0 losses, I know you're already screaming in the comments that the number of fights doesn't matter. But it's the fact that Haney has not been defeated. Lomachenko has almost 400 fights, and people aren't talking about him. Why? Because those 2 losses on his record are a big blemish, at least in the boxing scene. Holding on to your undefeated status is difficult, and only so many people can look so good while maintaining such a streak. Haney is soon to turn 25, which is the prime age for most, if not all, boxers. As time goes on, you build up and break down your body. You start to see diminishing returns. Right now, with Haney's skill, people believe that he'll pose a great challenge to Loma. Loma, who is now 35 while having great amounts of experience and more fights under his belt, will suffer great disadvantages in fighting a spring chicken that will only get better with time and bouts. The only way to truly beat Haney, at least right now, to fight him now, waiting a year or a few months would only allow him to get better.
Devin Haney shook and buckled the knees. Jorge Linares is not leaving any stone unturned, looking for any punch.
While youth isn't always something that people take pride in, it is definitely an edge in combat, and pros and even casual viewers see and understand that. Devin Haney is known to have trained and worked with Floyd Mayweather, something that has many people already arching their eyebrows as it shows.
Haney laying a double right hand as Haney's feet. Another right hand from Haney.
Such as when he fought in Australia in 2022, in which the champion won twice, back-to-back with little difficulty. Such a fight, while Haney was already on the map, so to speak. only elevated him to even higher heights, given how difficult such a thing is. Even then, Haney's promoter is a beast all on his own. Think about it like this. Behind every great warrior or legend is a great trainer, promoter, or just a fan. Achilles had Chiron, Hercules, and well, also Chiron. For Haney, that person is Eddie Hearn, even if he sounds almost like a villain of sorts. Eddie Hearn. He has definitely been putting in crazy work for Haney up until this point. Many have taken note that Eddie Hearn has been carefully choosing Haney's opponents, which you could take as you will, being that many pros don't find his opponents impressive. Nevertheless, all of these fights have made Haney look that much better. All of these fighters have drilled the fear of those hands into the hearts of many boxers. Though, thankfully for our viewing pleasure, Lomachenko was targeted. And while many people seem to have counted Lomachenko out, I, as an avid fan, still think that the Matrix has this. In light of his most recent loss,
Vivo 311 is the most he's ever thrown in a fight.
Good shot.
Beautiful. The left uppercut from TFE.
many have pointed out that he had been gone from boxing. Due to the conflicts in his country, when he came back, he was quite rusty, which is a very valid claim. In such a stressful situation, I don't think I or any logical human being would be at 100%, especially when they are coming back from such conflict into a combat sport. Even then, such things don't seem to matter to Eddie Hearn. From the way that people seem to see it, Eddie is targeting Loma, and he's targeting Loma because he believes it'll be a breeze of a fight for Haney. If I'm honest, I'm hopeful that this is the hardest fight Haney has ever had. Don't get me wrong, I like Haney as well as Eddie Hearn. Many boxers need someone who is looking out for them in such a manner. With Mayweather training him as well, Haney himself has a lot to live up to. The young boxer's skills, thankfully, have only been getting better with each victory.
Straight right hand by Haney.
Now we need to see how the boxer handles a close defeat or an actual defeat. Who do you have your money on, Devin Haney or Lomachenko? By all means, I'd love to see your opinions. Put them down in the comments. The predictions, however, seem to be one of the things that have other fighters shuddering. They believe that Lomachenko will have to smother Haney's range and close the distance, which is a good thought for Lomachenko's victory. But many have pointed out that Haney indeed has great outside fighting potential. Haney knows how to handle someone coming in and how to keep someone out, which does make the victory chance for Loma slim. But we here always love to see an underdog rise to success and victory. So, from Eddie Hearn's promotional skills and the fact that he seems to handpick opponents, why Devin Haney seems to be the most favored in terms of skill as well as seems to be the face of boxing. These are why reasons fighters are scared of Devin Haney.